also need to, at the end of the day, we also still need to support for OTT, right? To grow the product, and also support for OTV to support TV sustainable. So for the market, for the SnD, wait, I cannot click my screen.
Yeah,
Sorry. My laptop stopped. This is so awkward. Wait.
Do you want to share me the
Okay,
file?
sorry. The file. I just adjust another one now.
Okay.
Okay. I think I'm gonna close all of the things. Sorry guys, waiting for me. I'm really sorry for this. I think we can. Hi guys. Okay. So really sorry for you to waiting for this. But then also thank you for it. Okay. So for the S&D and marketing, for marketing, we're gonna talk. We're gonna have like some rethinking about the ultimate goal of KPI for marketing, and also we're gonna. I'm gonna, because not all of you here being the product before, and then next is what gonna be the role of marketing in S&D, and yeah. So I just want to share with you that this is my last year that I have, when I in the last year I was MCBB OGB, right? And I actually last year we grow a lot in the supply and demand strategy with my IR partner. So we grow like 200% with ITV Cambodia and MOC. We grow also a lot with Indonesia and ITV Malaysia and Thailand. But then when a lot of people come and ask me about GCB, the thing that I'm told them is it's not about the effort of the sales team. Because at that time, what we very clear, I was very clear that if we want to drive any kind of thing, it always have to be the effort of marketing and sales together. And that is the reason why understand the role of marketing in managing the S&D can actually give you a better strategy for attraction and consideration. Because at the end of the day, if you have a lot of sign up, but then it's not going anywhere, then it's also gonna be a work left, and it's gonna wasting the time that you running, correct? So that's why we're gonna go to the first part. Okay. So right now for the first part, I would just show you one scenario. Let's go through the first scenario. First, 1 month after of your OTT promotion, you receive a big number of OTT sign-up, and then but then the conversion rate of sign-up to apply very low. It's like below 5%, which is the goal is around 10%. And at that time, you do the review with your OJEX person, and you think what the question that both of you asking each other is, what this we missing to make the supply and demand increase higher. So in this case, I would like to ask you to choose what's gonna be the thing that we need to take to moving on. So in this scenario, we're gonna ask, okay, so who should be the one to take the responsibility for this convey? You can choose this or that. The first thing is this, because marketing we need to choose this because it's the marketing KPI, and right now focus on brand set and sign up, and it's not enough. And then the second is the responsibility of sales, because sales didn't convert all the sign up to apply for the right IR partner. So the people who need to take responsibility and moving on with this scenario, do you think who should do it? You can put in the chat. Oh, thank you. This or that, you can put this or you can put that. Can I choose both? Oh, you can only choose one. I want to choose both too, huh? Oh my God. Okay, how about other people? I think it's both. Yeah, actually, yeah, correct. So you guys are very smart, but I think this look. Okay, Chico. Okay, everyone, you guys are very smart, because actually I'm asking you to choose this or that, but then the answer is both. But you already know my trick, so very good. So what you can see here is it's not on. So the thing is, both sale and marketing is not doing the right thing. Sale didn't convert, yes, but then at the same time, marketing is just focused on brand awareness and just grow inside up. So the people who take responsibility for it have to be both. And supply and demand, as you may know, it's happened in everywhere. It happened in every situation. So I would say, for example, anyone here, you know, Grab, right? Grab is like Uber, delivery, food or something, and the coffee house. So the usually what we can see in the normal company is Grab is look working like a marketing and object side, and they're gonna be the one that they boost the flagship and the most favorite drink of the coffee house on the app, and they're gonna promote it on the channel. So they're gonna make the customer interest in Grab, and they also make the people interest in. After the interest in Grab, they go to the social media of Grab and they see that, oh, Grab is having a discount for the coffee house. So by doing this way, the customer, any customer that they go onto the social media of Grab, they can buy a lot of product from the coffee house more than other place. And also the coffee house, when they have the new classic drink, new favorite drink on the menu, they also gonna be the one, they play the role like Isaac, and they're gonna be the one who introduce the drink on the menu for Grab, so that they can work with Grab and ensure that on the app of the delivery they can put more the picture of the coffee house on the top of it, for example. So it's also similar with the thing that we are doing in Isaac. And just remember that in Isaac we create the both supply and demand, and we also supply for stakeholder like youth and company, which is B2B and B2C. So that's why the answer for the thing that I just showed you here, the effort, everything is not gonna be for only sale, it's for both. And how it's actually going is the thing that I'm gonna show you right now. But the first thing that I want to tell you is we need to rethinking about the KPI of marketing. So the KPI of marketing is not only startup, but it have to also gonna be about the application for our partner. First in GVK, which is like how many applications we have for Malaysia, for India, and then in the case of GT, it's gonna be the number of application for subproduct, this subproduct or other subproduct. So this have to be the shared KPI, because I will tell you that why. If you notice on this KPI, it can improve your conversion rate from setup to apply, because it's quite relate and consistency relate to this part. And then that is the reason why we need to include the as an element in marketing plan. So right now, I'm gonna introduce to you the general understanding about supply demand. But first, I just want to know that, is there anyone here that you do product before and you know about supply demand? You can put in the chat. You can put that I do product before. I was MOSEC last year. Oh, nice. So you must know about supply demand. Okay, how about other people? Me. Oh, so you were also, right? IGV. Okay, I also work IGV for 3 months. OGE. Amazing. Mm. So IGV. Yes, IGV. Oh, amazing. So we have a lot of IGV and OGV people, and I mean the product people here. Amazing. So I'm for sure that you need to, or you already know about the supply and demand, and you already know that um, what does it look like. So I'm just gonna introduce to you a deeper image about how it's gonna look like. So as you know that we have the definition and the framework of how we can create the supply demand strategy of product side, right? So as you can see in you can see the market readiness, the on the straight line, the vertical line is market readiness, and the horizontal line gonna be supply. So when our object they do the plan, they need to look into the market readiness and the supply and demand. The market readiness here would mean internally and externally. Like for example, internal is MC capacity to run, or LC capacity to do LC to LC, or external is like visa timeline, for example. And then supply here is not the supply and demand, but supply here is just to talk about the volume of how much we can achieve. So for example, for ISEC, the supply here it mean how many supply EB that we can have. And then for object side, how many supply object, how many supply project that we can have. So based on this model can give for both object and RCX. So based on this model, we're gonna have this four strategy. So for example, you're gonna have, if you have high supply, high market readiness, everything very good, you're gonna have a lot of EB want to go to this sub-product or this marketing, for example, and the visa is very easy. So the strategy, the yellow one, gonna be upscale. And then the red one is, for example, you're gonna have like high market readiness, like visa we good, everything is good, but then you didn't pay a lot of attention to this kind of thing. And then the invest is like invest, the green one is like you also pay attention to it, but then the market readiness, like for example, the timeline is not fit or some external thing is not fit. Okay, so I can go deeper a little bit for you. Like for upscale, it's usually the big volume partnership. So for example, like we think about how we can upscale this partnership. And then for the crow, for the crow part, what you can imagine is you and that entity didn't work with each other a lot. But then in every year you have a lot of EP go to that country, or you have a lot of need for that sub product, and then you start to realize that actually I can grow with these people, and this is the part that when the product people, they need to manage the commission and the IR partnership so that they can grow the performance internally. But then let's look at the green one. The green one, the invest part have to be your role. Why? Because in the green one, this is the part that when you want to grow a lot in, so this is the situation like both of the commission is very focused to grow. You have a lot of strategy, but then one thing that you realize is the EB assumption about this country or about this strategy is not good, or the partner opinion or assumption about this EB of the country is not okay. So it's about the external factor that we actually can do our best to change. For example, right now, I would say my EP want to go exchange in a marketing sub product. So they're looking for the marketing sub product, and they find marketing sub product in, I would say, marketing in India. But then at the same time, the EB they have some doubtful about the country, or they have some doubtful about the JD, for example. Then right now, and this is gonna be the part that we need to break the assumption, and we need to educate the customer. And that is the reason why marketing have to start operate and start a communication strategy to break the assumption. And if you can break the assumption, it be gonna go here, it be understand about the JD, about the country, and they can easily come here. So and then the rest, the understand is just basically you should not do IR with them, so you don't need to worry about it. Cool. So that is about the supply demand model. And then how the supply demand element gonna reflect on each program. So in this part, you can see that first we're gonna have global talent. Usually what you need to consider is the buyer persona, the work, you're gonna focus on the field, the JD, the duration. Because for global talent, we have short-term, mid-term, and long-term, right? We also need to consider on the focus LC, because a lot of partnership is not come from MC, and it's gonna be come from LC, and timeline priority. And because of that, the thing that marketing need look into is you can see about the JD, the field, the duration of both, and then you can also look into the percentage of contribution of the partner, and also the average conversion rate of up to apply. So in this case, if you want to know, if you very focused on our global talent, you can click into this part so that you can understand about the new GT supply demand for object side or asset side. Cool. And then for global teacher, the thing that you need to look into is not that gonna be a lot, but then you also need to look into the duration based on the buyer persona, and because we also gonna have like long and midterm. And then for the KBI, it's gonna be also similar. Like you need to break down into the percent of contribution of every partner, and also look into the conversion rate from the up to apply for each partner. Um, and then for GV, it's gonna be a little bit different. in two things. First is the IR partner, because we need to look into the entity partner. uh, a lot of EB choose the project because of the country, and also we need to look into the focus strategy. Because a lot of EP, like for example, as I know that EP in Japan, they really want to contribute to strategy, so they don't care about country, but they care more about the strategy and the impact. So this is something that you need to look into. And then the KPI also gonna be the same, the percentage of contribution and the conversion rate of up to upline. So, sorry. So you may wonder and you may asking yourself, then what's it gonna be the final outcome, that if you look into everything and even you collect all of the information here, what is the final outcome that you need to have? Okay, after you analyze everything, this is the final outcome. You need to have a product packaging for TT, TV, or GE. No, I'm sorry, that's the old one. You need to have the product packaging for TV, OTTA, and OTTE. And for example, even in what, like for example, you partnership with Malaysia, but then Malaysia have three key national projects, right? Then you need to have three product packaging for Malaysia. And you like for, but then for example, if you promote for marketing as a sub product, but then so which means you need to focus, you need to have three product packaging for marketing of three countries, because your EP interest in three country and or three JD, for example. So the product packaging gonna be the final one that you and your product person gonna need to focus and finalize. And the part that gonna be very valuable for you is this part. First is the description about what is the project or what is the subproduct about. So it's gonna be a general one, so that you, when you do any kind of strategy or any kind of communication or any kind of class offline attraction, you gotta know that what is this project about. So this gonna be the base for you to do the sales pitch. And also you need to know about the key JD. Why we don't need to, for marketing we don't need to know about every JD, but when we need to know about the key JD, so that we can use this kind of thing as unique selling point for your promotion. We also need to know about the country, and we also need to know about the quality of why and the impact of this project or this product. So for example, in I would say, for example, Indonesia, they are very developed with startup, right? And because of that, they if they can have more resource of marketing or in Thailand of marketing to come to the country and contribute to the startup, then it can have the startup ecosystem of Indonesia grow even more. So this is gonna be the message that beside the benefit of EP, you need to promote it also. SDG is just for TV. And uh, so that is the part that you need to include in the part in the planning and in the marketing for SND for marketing. So I just want to know, like in this part, do you have any question or do you have anything that you don't understand or you want to know more? Cool. Okay, very smart people. Um, okay, now so how you can, so right now you already know about element, right? Then what's gonna be your role on based on the customer flow and the phase. So I think that we can go first with the customer flow, and we're gonna do it together with product people. First, in the pre-attraction, you know that you need to do research, right? External and internal research. But then, beside the external research of what customer is thinking about, then you can actually include the question to understand about what is the country or what is the job, what is the field, or what is the duration that they can go on exchange with us. So based on this kind of, so if you put more notice on what can be the information that's helpful for me to know about my partner or my support focus, then you need to put include it in the external research. And also in the internal research, you need to look into the customer behavior toward the sub-product. So usually this kind of thing gonna come from what customer usually talk with Isaac when they apply for the project. Usually what we're gonna do is we're gonna look into the funnel. And if any part, like for example, we see that, okay, Then why the number of conversion rate from startup to apply for marketing in Indonesia is low. Then we need to look into the conversation between customer and Isaac. So from the conversation, we can understand that, oh, the customer, they have this insight, or they have this behavior, or they want to know more information. And this kind of thing can help us a lot in the way that we design how the communication and the research output in the Bible creation. It's and especially I just sent to you the book Global Biopersona for GT. Then you need to look into it, and you need to see that, okay, beside the pain and the gain of the customer, then do they have any interest, or they have any intention to go anywhere, or to do any kind of job or any kind of field they want to interest in. So it has to reflect on your Biopersona also. And next is you need to finalize the key product package, which is the product packaging that I just saw in here. So I think that you're gonna have like for TV, it can be easy that you can package based on the country. Like in every country, you can have like 3 focus packaging that you wanna use to promote. But then for GT, is you need a lot more. So just be aware about it. That you need, like for example, every field you need to have every field, like for example, marketing field. You need to have different packaging for different country, because based on the key IR partner. So for example, you're gonna have 3 marketing packaging for 3 IR partner, because the JD and the country is different. So just be aware about it. And you also gonna set the KPI for IR partner and the subproduct, like we just mentioned above, about the number of live application. And then in the request of attraction, what you're gonna see is during the attraction time, you need to see, okay, then for example, what can be the communication plan I need to have. For example, I would say my EP, they know my EP is OGV, right? They really Thailand is very famous for them, and a lot of Vietnamese also go to Thailand. So actually, we don't need to do promotion a lot for Thailand, but we still have a very high organic of apply for Thailand. But then at that time and last year, Cambodia is a new IR partner, and no one, not many people are aware about it. So we need to prioritize to have communication plan for Cambodia. And then for Thailand, we still maintain and grow the partnership. It's just we don't do a big promotion about a country to raise awareness. So as marketing, you need to see what kind of IR partner you need to prioritize or not. And also for the communication plan, you can also decide on what is the duration for the campaign for the communication. I would say, for example, you need to be aware that for TV, you can do a campaign for one country in around 1 month, and you're gonna have a lot of sign up. But then for GT, the duration is around a year, and especially for medium term and long term internship, it's gonna be like around the year promotion. But it doesn't mean that you need to do the peak for the whole around a year. But you can choose what is the peak that the young people usually um, looking for job. And based on this part, you can choose and you are focusing on marketing for marketing India and marketing Indonesia, for example. Then you can choose to have 2 month promotion for this product. I would say, for example. So it can be help you a lot in how you can define the campaign and the small campaign. Okay, and then you need to customize it for the buyer persona, and you need to choose the different channel to promote. For example, like for GV, usually GV is like I would say you can understand GV is like a iPhone, now a normal iPhone, and GT is like the iPhone Pro. So for GV, everyone need it. Everyone can do, everyone can go. So if you talk a lot on social media, or if you do a brand advocacy campaign with a lot of testimonial, a lot of people gonna interest, and the interest they're gonna go. But then for GT, you really need to have target marketing, and you need to target in the channel. For example, you're gonna focus on marketing promote for marketing India, right? Then you need to do a targeting ad for the people that interest in marketing with the support of India. So the channel also gonna be very different among the different supply demand. And finally, if for consideration, either rosette. So in this part, it's mainly gonna be product people manage, right? But then for marketing, what we can actually do at this time is we can manage the lead nurturing. So lead nurturing is basically what gonna be the experience and the information that you give for customer that make them make decision. I would say it's very depend on how you want to do it. And you can also do some kind of things to boost the rosette time. For example, what we did last year with GV, we're gonna have deadline in the middle of the term. So there's no deadline for GV usually, but then we're gonna have like the first round of apply for GV in Thailand in this month. So you need to apply now. Or I would say, for example, if you want to pushing for GT timeline, you can also have like discount. I would say just for example, okay, don't discount too much because we need to sustainable. You can have a discount and then you can put the discount that okay, apply for this trade for this job before this deadline to get a discount. So you can actually indirectly manage and pushing for the process time. And also in the channel, I would suggest that if you have community, then the community like Facebook group or WhatsApp group or any kind of like the group, very targeting group, gonna be very easy and good for you to do the customize the message for each group. Yeah. And then in terms of program, so that's it for the customer flow. And now in terms of program, we're gonna have, so during planning, you also need to look into the thing that we mentioned about, either goal for the up line, the conversion for our partner, and very important here. I don't know if anyone doing here, but then last year, what I did with my marketing is we have different investment of marketing campaigns and see the for different IR partner. So I would say, for example, if these people we need, like for example, last year, not a lot of people are aware about Cambodia, right? So we need to do a very big promotion, and we aim to achieve a very big amount, like 200% growth. So in this case, I'm gonna use the investment. So I have the OGV whole total investment. So I'm gonna put a bigger investment for marketing to run ad in this part, and I'm gonna ask my marketing to boost more ad and more money to run for Cambodia. But then, like for example, for Thailand, because people already know about it, then we can just do a very normal and low budget of investment. Or for example, in Malaysia, we need to boosting for some sub product because it's very important. So we boost more. We run more ad for the three national project or the top key sub product of Malaysia, for example. So so as a marketing, you also need to discuss with your product people to see how we can allocate the result differently. Yeah. The rest is just online, offline management with IR partner. And then in the process of execution, so for example, you start attraction right now, right? Then it's very important to you for you to have weekly alignment. Don't make it monthly because if you let it monthly, you're gonna fail for sure. And to be honest, every campaign of not only Isaac but then in the company they run one sale campaign. They, like how say they aware they run that campaign and then they close the deal in like 2 months or 1 month and a half or 3 months something. So it's very important for us to have like weekly routine so that we can review and always remember that the triangle of the synergy here in marketing, object and Isaac. So it's not all because there's one thing that we usually missing a object and Isaac synergy, right? But then when I actually implement and do the product and work managing the marketing, then I understand and I realize that actually if we really want to have the result for our partner, that this triangle have to be happen. So marketing need to talk with object and Isaac at the same time to understand and to balance the inside of the EP and the inside of the project. Because sometimes EP want to go here, but then EP is not the meaning of the project or it's not the meaning of the sub product that we want to promote. So marketing need to be the one that listens for both inside of both stakeholders, and from here we can how we can find the best message for to talk with the young people. And also in B2B side we also need to listen for both. So usually in what we need to do is usually B2B marketing, you need to know what is the EP profile that we have of your IR partner, and from here you're gonna use it to do promotion to tag it with the right partner, the right company that have the need of this EP. So this also the another way of the synergy in this kind of thing. And then ever evaluation, and then you're gonna see what is the thing that you need to improve. Cool. So I think in this part right now, I hope that it's quite clear for you. And if do you have any question in this part? Do you have any question? Nope. Cool. Clear. Very easy, right? Yeah. Is it easy? Nice. Okay, cool. So I think that that's actually not a lot for SND of marketing, but now I want you to have a working time for yourself. Um, what you can do right now is you're gonna reflect on the thing that we just discussed above, and I'm gonna give you 3 minutes so that you can reflect on your own progress of okay now in the transition what is the information that you still need to collect from the successor, and is there anything that you don't understand about some certain IR partner or certain sub-product that you need to know. Second, what is the analysis that you need to do according additionally. So for example, in the right now you just do market research to understand about external trend, right? But then is there anything that you're missing? For example, right now you want to focus on GT, then what is the thing that you need to research more about the field, the JD, the I mean the background, for example. And then the last is the synergy. What is the activity that you need to execute your object product right now during the pre-planning so that you can ensure the preparation happen very, very well. Clear? Cool. So I think that if it's clear for you, I'm gonna give you 3 minutes, and after 3 minutes, I'm gonna put you in the group so that you can share the learning, and you also can share with each other. Cool. So your 3 minutes gonna start now. I can open a song for you. Let me see which song.
나에게 돌아오기가 어렵고 힘든 걸 알아. 어쩌다는 상처받기가 두렵고 싫은 걸 알아.
Yeah, I know you like it.
네가 떠나버린 그날에 도무지 말로 너를 잊고 뒤돌아서서 후회해. 미안해. 제발 단 한 번이라도 너를 볼 수 있다면 내 모든 걸 다 잃어도 괜찮아. 꿈에서라도 나를 만나 다시 사랑하기를. 우리 이대로 너에게 용서받기보다 죽는 게 더 쉬울지 몰라. 이 노래를 불러보지만 내 진심이 닿을지 몰라. 네가 행복하기를 바래. 그난 거짓말도 못하고 돌아오기만 기도해. 미안해. 제발 단 한 번이라도 너를 볼 수 있다.
Yes. What is your question?
Yeah. Like for Isaac and Yamar, we just have like MCVB OGV. But right now, like we are almost focusing like how can I say, like according to the current situations, we are going to focus on like GT. So like in pre-planning and transition, like I mean like mostly in pre-planning, like how can we make the focus area or like focus product? Because right now like we are stay focusing on GV instead of GT. So like what kind of things do I need to prepare more in pre-planning?
What kind of prepare you need to do in the pre-planning if you only have OGB, right? Um,
Yeah, yeah.
I see. Yeah, I think it's a very good question because in this case, I think that maybe as an MC, you can look into the supply and demand and the market as a whole objects, and you don't treat different product, but then you treat at a young people market. So based on this kind of thing, if you then you can when you do research, you can actually looking for both GV question and both GT question, and then from here you can if you ended, and then you can figure out that oh, is there any trend of doing GT in your entity or not, or is there any need of the customer to go on GT or not. Then based on this case, you can figure out that should you focus on OGT or should you focus on OGV, or should you still maintaining OGV, but then at the same time you can have like one director for OGT, for example. So this is totally depend on the entity direction. But then as a marketing, you can look into the whole market as a whole. Yeah. So we don't force you to have to focus on OGT, but then you can, but we encourage you to look into it. Yeah. Cool. Is it what you nice? Okay, guys. I'm sorry because I was late from the beginning. I have some technical problems, so I think that we don't have time to share. But then just to final reality checklist, remember that let's go to the diagnosis tool so that we're going to know about the capacity of and the entity direction, like what you are, like what Min just asking around me right now. Also look into the recovery plan of the entity so that you can look into what is the SnD, and especially let's look into the recovery plan of your IR partner also, because if you recover but then your IR partner is not recover, then there's no way that you can remove for them. The timeline and the recover operation, whether it can be positive or it's gonna be not positive or not. And also always check the plan frequency, because in this situation there's no be aware that there's gonna be no fixed plan. Another day object people they're gonna come to you and say, oh, we know we're not gonna focus on OGV anymore because our partner with Vietnam may not open the border. Like what Vila told me about Myanmar OGV situation. And then, for example, in one day, OJ's gonna come into you and say, "Oh, right now, in some country, the situation suddenly become worse, so we cannot go there anymore. So we need to change the plan." So you always need to be on the situation that always check it, always review, and always adjust if we need it. And I think this session can help you a lot in thinking on what will be the element of S&D in your marketing plan. And that's gonna be the end of the session. Really, really thank you for it. Yeah, that's all. Mm.
Thank you, Nee.